We are live. Ladies and gents, a warm welcome down to Samsung HQ right here in the heart of Dubai Media City. And we are delighted to join you once again for yet another edition of Samsung Live. I'm really excited about this one. My name's Robbie Greenfield, delighted to be your host for the next 30 or 35 minutes or so. And there's so much to discuss. There's so much to get through with our tech expert in just a moment. I'll be introducing him. But this is Samsung Live, and we want your interactions. I can see your comments. They're coming through on the screen just underneath the camera here. By all means, engage with us. If you've got a comment, if you've got a question, if you've got anything you want to ask us in this 30, 35-minute window, now is the chance to do so. So get your comments in, engage, interact. Your interaction enriches this whole experience. That's why we go live down here at Samsung HQ. Listen. So excited about today. We live in a world now, it's been turned on its head. I think we all know that. That's no exaggeration. The last 6-7 months have ushered in a new normal, and that has advanced technological trends that were already, well, we saw Samsung pushing the envelope last year with the launch of the Fold. Well, this is the sequel that we're going to unveil. We're not going to unveil it, we're going to showcase it in all its glory today, and it is quite simply a game changer. I think you're going to agree with me. I think you're going to love it. I'm confident you are, and it wouldn't be a Samsung Live without an opportunity for you guys to win with us. We've got not one, not two, not three, but 4 chances to win. 4 winners are going to be selected at the end of this presentation. 500 dirhams is up for grabs to spend at Samsung.com. So you're just going to have to stay tuned. You're going to have to watch carefully. You're going to have to pay attention. We'll give you a question in about 5 or 6 minutes or so. And when you get the answer in, you can answer on the comment box. So nice to see so many of you already joining in with the conversation. Hello to you too, Imad. Mohammed, lovely to have you. Syed, it's lovely to have you with us. Abdul Salam, it's great to have you with us. It's great to have all of you guys engaging with us here on Samsung Live. Now, I mentioned, of course, we live in this new world. We need products that are capable of more. We need devices that are versatile, that take things to the next level, that allow us to work from home, that allow us to work and play at the same time, that multitask. Not something I'm very good at, but this product is unbelievable. Trust me on that. Now, I'm the layman. I am the novice when it comes to all things tech. We need to usher in what I'd like to refer to as a tech sensei. His name is Marvel Fredo. Any regular viewers will be very familiar with his face and his expertise as well. Please give a warm welcome to Marvel Fredo.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's a pleasure to be back again at another Samsung Live. And we have an amazing device to talk about today.
We've given it a bit of a tease, it's fair to say, and great to have all your comments. Rabab's asking how to win. Patience, Rabab. We're going to get to that in just a few moments' time. We gave that little tease as to the versatility, the functionality, the multitasking capabilities of this device. Of course, last year saw the release of the Samsung Galaxy Fold. We have a successor, we have a sequel, and it's even better, Marvel.
Absolutely. You know what, Robbie, the teasing that you gave, it kind of gave away what phone we're talking about. Because there's no phone like this. There's no other smartphone like this. This is the Galaxy Z Fold 2. So it's, as you can see here, it has a beautiful design. There's no smartphone that looks like this. It is a foldable smartphone. And yes, it is the successor of the Galaxy Fold.
It certainly is. And there's been, I guess, a lot of feedback. A lot of users who bought the original Fold 12 months ago had some feedback, had some comments. Samsung, of course, has taken those on board. And you could say that there's been 4 major areas where there have been massive improvements. But what I want to get to is, not only is this phone just drop dead gorgeous, I mean, look at it. It is an incredible looking device. I want to get to the functionality and the durability of it if we can. The design features that have made the 2.0 version, the 5G version, I might add, even that much more special.
Absolutely. So actually what stands out is the design, because the design of this phone, the innovation to design, is what enabled us to create a phone like this. It's a folding smartphone. And when we launched the first Galaxy Fold, there was a lot of feedback because it was a revolutionary device trying absolutely new things. And guess what? We have listened to almost all the feedback and taken it into consideration and made huge improvements. And it begins with the innovation in design. As you can see in the front, you have a full cover display, which is covering the entire front of the phone. This was something the users really asked for. And when you open to the inside, you now have a much larger immersive display.
Wow.
But not just that, it's not just the size of the display. It's amazing how we have minimized the bezels of this phone. It's pushed to the limits, pushed to the maximum, and we previously used to have a notch over here on the top right, which housed the camera and some other internals, but now that's gone to introduce the new Infinity O display. So you have a fully immersive experience with this display inside, as well as the beautiful cover display outside.
Now at this point, and guys, pay attention here because you might want to listen carefully for the competition that will be upcoming. Go through the outer display if you can, the screen size of that. No bezels, as you said, Marvel. The size of that screen?
The size of the screen is 6.3 inches. It's massive. It's the size of a regular smartphone. So even when it's closed, you have a full-size smartphone. But just before we dive more into the display, I want to cover some more elements about the design, because the durability was a concern previously. Many customers raised durability concerns. So we have addressed all of that, and we have improved the durability of the Z Fold 2. First of all, it has an amazing sturdy mechanism, how it opens and closes, and that's with the new hinge. It's a new hideaway hinge, and the hinge itself has brushes on the inside, making sure that there's no dust and dirt that enters the phone when you open and close. So that gives a lot of peace of mind. Now, when it comes to the display, we have even improved the material that we use on the display. With the launch of the Galaxy Z Flip earlier this year, we introduced a glass that can fold. The ultra-thin Samsung glass, the Samsung ultra-thin glass. So now we have the ultra-thin glass on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. So you have a super durable display on the inside. You have a hinge that repels all dust and dirt from entering it. And you have Gorilla Glass Victus, the latest Gorilla Glass, the strongest there is on the front of this device. Altogether, this makes it a super durable, foldable smartphone.
It's incredible. Marvel was showing me a little bit earlier, and it really doesn't matter what angle you have the hinge. The viewing experience is not impeded in the slightest. This foldable glass, where have you ever heard about foldable glass until Samsung developed such a thing? It is incredible, Marvel. And speaking of the hinge, because we've already got the patented color, we've already got the very distinct color, which I know you're going to touch on.
So we need to talk about the color. This is a beautiful finish. This is the Mystic Bronze that I'm having, but we also have this available in the Mystic Black as well. These two colors are super unique. Now here's the thing, this is a very narrow smartphone. It gives a very sophisticated look, and it grabs attention because there's no smartphone that's as narrow as this. And you have these amazing two color choices because the Mystic Bronze has a haze finish on the back, a very soft touch premium feel. Now that is for the people who are seeking attention. First of all, you don't have a choice. You will grab attention. But the Mystic Bronze just stands out. This is the new Galaxy ecosystem. We have the new Mystic Bronze color. And then we have the Mystic Black, with a glossy finish, which is a classic look, but yet very sophisticated. These are the beautiful colors that we have for the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, if you're someone who's absolutely willing to wait a little bit more, you even have the option to go to Samsung.com and select a special color for the hinge of your choice. We have 4 beautiful colors. So you can customize the Galaxy Z Fold 2 to your liking so that you have a Z Fold 2 that very few other people would have. It's absolutely unique based on your taste.
You're going to stand out regardless with one of these babies, but you're going to stand out even more when you customize that hinge. It's an incredible feature. It's an eye-catching color. It's a beautifully looking device. Abdul Salam has been in touch with us on the comments. Durability, very important. I know that was one of the big feedbacks that Samsung took on board. That dust-repellent hinge as well is going to be a real winner, a real solution for a lot of people. Let's talk, if we can, about the viewing experience. You've talked about the infinity screens, Marvel, and the 6.3-inch screen there as a sort of viewing experience which is somewhat transformative. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, you're right. This is a very transformative viewing experience because you have a screen in the front and you have another screen on the inside. But it's not two separate displays in the way it works, because we have introduced features that allows you to work on one display and switch to the other. And once again, I'm telling you, you have a full-size 6.3-inch Infinity O display on the front. Now, you're using it as a regular smartphone, and let's say you're going to find your way on Google Maps, for example. So here you have maps, but if you want a more expansive view, you can just open the phone and that's it. It takes you right to Maps, and you have it's called app continuity. So the app that you're running on the front, it goes to the inside. And if you want to continue back on the front, you just close it, and it continues in the front. So you can switch back and forth as you like.
It's fantastic. It really is. And in terms of the full view, the cover screen as well, you can flip it, you can adjust the size of the screen.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you hinge the phone, the screen automatically adjusts.
There's a lot of special things about this hinge. We'll get to that in a minute. But the main display has seen a huge improvement. So this is a 120 Hertz adaptive refresh rate display. Now, what 120 Hertz means, traditional smartphones have a 60 Hertz display. Now, this display is twice as fast. So everything that you do in this phone, you will notice that it scrolls much faster, twice as faster. So you have an adaptive refresh rate of 120 Hertz. And of course, it's a beautiful 7.6-inch display. Now, the phone understands that it has a really large display, and we have added some software techniques to make use of a large display. So what you can do is, we have even added a tablet mode into this phone. So you can go to the display settings, and you have an option to switch to a tablet mode. What that means is the phone understands it has a really large display and optimizes it to make use of that large display. So I'll just show you an example right here. Right now, I'm in Messages, and this is on a regular smartphone format, the regular format that it's enabled on the screen settings. Now, if I switch to tablet mode, which I'll do right here, now, as I switch to tablet mode, and I'll open the same app again, Messages, you can notice that the conversations are on the left, all the people that you have messaged, and you can read the full conversation on the right. Now, this is brilliant because it's literally making use of the whole screen real estate, and it's not only in the Messages app. Even if you go to your call log, you can open a contact that you recently called, and you can see the full call log on the right. And this works across even the email application. So when you have Inbox on the left, you can see the conversation on the right. That's just brilliant. It's full tablet interface as well.
It's amazing, guys. It really is. And there's some really cool multitasking functions which we're going to get to in just a moment. But hopefully that's whetted your appetite. Hopefully, and a lot of you commenting, Mohammed, I want one of these. Shaji, I will go for it. Rabab, wow. I concur with all those sentiments. So without further ado, we're going to put you on the clock, and we're going to launch a very special competition for this particular edition of Samsung Live. We've got four giveaways for 4 different winners of 500 dirhams off your next purchase from Samsung.com. It is that simple. It's a fantastic giveaway. It's well worth entering, and you're going to be on the clock. Now, if you've been paying attention so far, which hopefully you have been, we've already given you the answer to this question, because the question that I'm asking is, what is the size of the cover display? And Marvel is holding that there for you to see. What is the size of the cover display, guys? Get your comments in now. Don't waste any time. You are on the clock. You've got 5 minutes to get your answers in, and we're going to give you a chance to win one of 4 500 dirham vouchers to spend at Samsung.com. Now, speaking of Samsung.com, that's not the only promotion that we've got going on for you during this edition of Samsung Live, because if you do purchase a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G, if you do purchase that phone, you are going to get, courtesy of Samsung, Buds Live, which is, of course, the wireless headset. We're going to get into those in just a few moments as well, and the Samsung Care Plus package as well, totaling over 1,000 dirhams worth of savings if you do want to go for the Z Fold 2 5G and buy that on Samsung.com. So well worth availing of that particular offer. Let's move on now, if we can, Marvel, to multitasking. You blew me away a little bit earlier when you showed me this. Let's show everyone who's watching and everyone who's enjoying this exactly what this device is capable of.
Yeah, so we just showed how the tablet mode can really make use of the large display and just present things differently than a smartphone interface. But now we also have added more software features, how to interact with the display so big. And this helps everyone who's working remotely, everyone who's spending more time on their smartphone now. This is a lifesaver. You can now run multiple apps at the same time. So for example, I open Google Chrome, I'm browsing the internet. Oh, that's actually Samsung.com. You can go there and purchase the Z Fold 2.
I like what you did there. Very subtle, Marvel, very subtle.
So that's the internet browser, and now I want to maybe watch a tutorial. I open YouTube. So we have now YouTube and Samsung Google Chrome running at the same time. You can even change the format if you want to. So now it's literally 2 phones at the same time, because you have almost the size of a full smartphone on the left running Google Chrome, and you have on the right YouTube. It's like you're having 2 smartphones together, attached together.
And that's not it, is it? You can go from 2 to 3.
That's not it. Now let's say you want to do more. You want to maybe share a link with someone or maybe chat with someone. You can even open a third app. So now you have Messages, YouTube, Google Chrome, all at the same time. This is crazy. You know what? I'll show you another cool trick. Now that you all have seen how you can multitask, even you can switch how these apps are arranged, or you can even drag one app and move it to the bottom, as simple as that. And you know what? Let me do another thing. I'm going to add one more app to the mix. I'm getting Gallery here. So here I have Gallery. You know what? You can even just drag an image from your gallery, and you can put it into your messages or an email. You can just drag and drop. I can assure you there's no smartphone that can multitask like this.
It's incredible, and it's just as well. I am no good at multitasking. I don't know about you, Marvel, but it's just as well that the Z Fold 2 has all of that covered. It's incredible, guys, and so many of you getting in touch with us to answer that competition question. Quite a few right answers, quite a few wrong answers as well. Just a reminder, the size of that cover display, that's what you've got to tell us on the comment box. Lovely to hear from so many of you getting in touch on this broadcast. And let's move on if we can, Marvel. We've talked about the multitasking. Now, a phone, a device like this...
Robbie, I have to mention one thing.
I'm
really sorry, I messed this one up.
By all means.
But this is something you need to know. Now, this is a combination that you use a lot. If you frequently do this, you can easily set it as an app pair. You know what that does? Even when I close all these apps, the next time I want to open these apps, I don't have to open all of them individually. I can just swipe from the right, and that's it. You can access all 3 together at the same time.
Incredible. So you can save your favorite settings, and at the touch of a button, you've got those apps, they'll just pop up.
Yep, absolutely.
It's brilliant stuff. Let's talk entertainment, because this is where this device comes into its own, surely.
Yeah, so we talked about how such a large display can be used for productivity and multitasking. Now, I know there's a lot of you who want to use this for entertainment. It seems like it is the entertainment powerhouse. It has the best-in-class display, and it has 2 equally balanced speakers on the right and left. This is by far the loudest speakers and the most balanced speakers Samsung has ever made on a smartphone. That just boosts your entertainment experience. Now let me talk about how you can make use of this display for entertainment. Let's say one favorite app that I go to for entertainment is YouTube.
Sure.
So here's the YouTube experience. First of all, again, you can see that tablet interface has added, I think
I'm going to stop you there, guys. I'm going to stop you, Marvel. I'm going to stop you in your tracks. 1 minute, guys, to get your answers in. If you want to win 500 dirhams to spend at Samsung.com, you have 60 seconds, less than, because I'd be waffling on, to get your answers in. The cover display, the beautiful cover display that you can see here on the Z Fold 2. How big is it? So many answers coming in. Some right, some wrong. But keep them in. You've got less than 60 seconds, and we're going to close this raffle draw. I do beg your pardon, Marvel. You're in the middle of telling us how YouTube has been completely transformed by this device.
Yes. So I just wanted to open YouTube, but since we are in the tablet mode, you can see how it's basically showing it like how it's on your PC. You have your suggested videos on the right,
yeah, it's a tablet,
and you have
laptop,
description at the bottom. Now let's say you make it full screen. You have a massive 7.6-inch large display. But what the hinge does is we have a new mechanism on this hinge which can make it stop at any angle. This is what we call flex mode. So with flex mode, as soon as I fold the hinge, it understands I did that. And now I can prop it up on any level surface on a table.
Crazy.
And now it immediately splits the YouTube app to the video on the top half, and on the bottom half, you can interact with this video. You can see more suggested videos as well as respond to comments.
This is crazy, guys. I'm sure you can see it. We've got it pictured on the screen here. You can adjust, of course, the hinge. It's incredible.
You can keep it at any angle you want.
You can have it lying down in front of you. You can have it up on the table. You can be watching YouTube. You can be scrolling suggested videos. And this goes for any entertainment platform, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of apps that makes use of the flex mode. But the one that I like the most is YouTube. Now, you know what? If you don't want to be spending all your battery on a massive display like this, you can just close the screen and it now, again, that app continuity we talked about. It continues the video on the front, and you can even keep it again stand on its own, even using the cover display.
Wow.
It's just brilliant. Multiple ways to interact and just have that entertainment experience in a unique form factor.
It hinges both ways, effectively. You can watch it on the cover display screen, you can watch it on the internal screen as well, the wider screen, and it's just the functionality is what blows me away.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it should be really complicated, and it's just not in the slightest. It's seamless.
Super easy, super simple. And you know what? Since we're talking about entertainment experience, I already talked about how you have the best speaker we have put in a smartphone. But if you want to take that experience further, let's say you're in a noisy environment, or maybe you just don't want to bother anybody that's next to you, this is a good place to introduce the Galaxy Buds Live. Now, this is the Galaxy Buds Live in the signature Mystic Bronze color, the matching color with the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G. Now, the Galaxy Buds Live is unique as a wireless earbud. It has a very unique design, much different from the previous one. This is a much more comfortable, all-day comfort design. It doesn't have something that goes into your ear canal, so it fits very easily, smooth, and it stays all day long without any discomfort. And we have improved the sound quality on the Galaxy Buds Live, much better voice pickup as well. So if you're talking on the go, it cancels out the noise around you and focuses on your voice as much as possible. And
this is probably a good time to interject, Marvel, because of course the Buds Live and the Samsung Care Plus package is what you can avail if you do go onto Samsung.com and you do look at buying a Z Fold 2 5G. So it's worth bearing that in mind, because that's worth over 1,000 dirhams. They are beautiful looking wireless headset devices.
And these are also matching with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. The Galaxy Buds Live even comes in Mystic Black, and as well as Mystic White. So the Mystic Black goes well with the Mystic Black Z Fold 2, as well as you have a matching Mystic Bronze. Now, another cool feature this has, now it has a battery which lasts you all day long, but if you want to quickly top up the battery on the Z Fold 2, on the Galaxy Buds Live, you can just place it on the back of the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and it can wirelessly charge the Buds Live.
Incredible.
It's just beautiful.
Incredible. You don't need a charger, just pop it on the device. That is amazing. Guys, competition now closed. If you are going to answer the competition, I'm sorry, but you are too late. Those competitions are closed. We will announce the winners, the 4 winners, at the end of our broadcast. There's so much more to get through. And listen, Samsung devices, renowned for their camera capabilities, Marvel. And this one, you were showing me earlier, what you can do with this camera, because of the fold, because of the hinge, it has taken things to new levels.
Yes, absolutely. The camera is something that, I use the camera a lot, and there is no smartphone with a unique camera experience like this. But you know, something that was kept right in front of me and I missed to show you guys is the case for the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, this is the Aramid standing cover. It's a beautiful look, and this attaches to the back of the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this here, I know we drifted away with the introduction of the camera, but it's very important to show you this one. Now, when you open, you're on YouTube. With this case, you actually have a kickstand on the back.
Nice.
So you can now actually watch it just like it's a tablet, like full display standing on a kickstand.
Wow.
It's a beautiful case. Now, this is not the only case that we have. For the Galaxy Z Fold 2, we have multiple leather cases as well in 3 beautiful finishes, 3 beautiful colors. Now, sorry to drift away from the camera, but
Let's talk cameras, Marvel. No, you were right to.
You know, camera is also somewhat part of entertainment. So far, we were watching videos that someone else created on YouTube. But the camera experience on the Z Fold 2 allows you to capture videos like no other smartphone can.
Sure.
Now, this again, I would like to introduce the flex mode functionality once again. So, since we have the flex mode on the Z Fold 2, it works as a tripod on its own. So, you can place the phone like that on any level surface, so you don't need to carry a separate tripod on your, with you all the time. Now, if I just turn on the camera, you can see that the camera is open. But not just that, it's making use of that beautiful large display, and flex mode splits the camera application into a capture as well as a view mode. So whatever you're capturing over here, you can instantly see a preview of it on the bottom half. You get the whole controls on the bottom half while the viewfinder is on the top.
And it's those recurring themes in this device: multitasking, versatility, the ability to do two things at once, if not more.
Yes, absolutely. This large screen really allows you to do a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
And flex mode just pushes it to another level.
I hope you can see this, guys, because this is incredible. You see everything that you're capturing. It's on the tripod. You've got it there. It's a beautiful shot. The camera, we know the camera capabilities.
You can even swipe through all the previous pictures that you have captured on the bottom half. You know what? You can even switch between the viewfinder to the bottom half and the pictures that you've taken to the top half. There's a lot you can do with flex mode.
Talk to me very quickly, Marvel, about auto framing, because that's another wonderful little feature.
Oh, yes. Now, when you go to auto framing, now it has beautiful 3 lenses at the back. Now, this allows you, like I said, it works like a tripod on its own, and there's a lot of people now vlogging with smartphones. So you can quickly prop it up on a level surface or on a wall, for example, and you can turn on auto framing function. Now, what auto framing does is quickly zoomed out now because there's nobody in the frame. There's no person in the frame. But as soon as somebody walks into the frame, I think the distance is too close, but as soon as somebody walks into the frame, I mean, if a face appears on that screen, it zooms in to that person. So the camera is framing that person to be on the center all the time. And if a third person or a second person walks in, it zooms out. So again, both people are fit into that same frame.
Amazing.
This is just beautiful. It's automating a lot of things because it can stand on its own. You know?
It really is. And look, I mean, I've been blown away by the camera functionality on these Samsung devices. And this one is the best I've seen. It's taken things to a new level.
You know, there's a lot more. So we talked about flex mode, but we also have 2 displays on this device. And we do pretty cool things with it. Now, if you open the camera, and that's the rear camera, I can do something with which I can turn on the cover screen as well. So now when the rear camera is turned on, I can just switch to you.
Wow.
And now you can see the picture that I'm capturing of you. This is a viewfinder for even the subject that I'm trying to capture an image of. This is just things that are not possible.
That's amazing. So next time you're in a restaurant, you can actually organize yourselves. You always get those restaurant shots where one of you's cut out of the shot, someone's head is half obscured. That won't happen anymore because, of course, you can organize it. You see the frame. The recipients of that photograph see the frame. Yeah. Thanks to the hinge feature.
You know, excitement doesn't, it's trying to, I mean, I don't want to stop. I capture a lot of selfies.
Yeah.
Now, selfies, there's a really cool thing. I mean, it just hit me now. How come I didn't talk about it first? So if you turn on the camera, when you're trying to capture a selfie, let me turn on the camera from here. There's an option called rear cam selfie. So we have multiple cameras at the back, and we know they're amazing. Many times when we want to capture a higher quality image, what we usually do is try to capture that image by flipping the phone like that. You don't get to see whether you are even in the frame.
No.
You just take a leap of faith and you take a picture, and next thing you know, you were not even in the picture. Now, you know what? With rear cam selfie, all you have to do is just open that, and now you can switch between the ultra wide, the wide, and the telephoto lens. And it's all capturing using the main camera on the back.
Right, okay.
And it blocks this display, so you don't have any accidental touches. You can freely hold the phone. And it allows you to capture high-quality selfies using the rear camera and the cover display.
And that is a unique function. As far as I'm aware, in this market, that is a very unique function to be able to use the higher quality cameras to capture your selfies.
Absolutely. There's no other smartphone that can capture selfies like this.
Samsung.com, guys, if you want to purchase one of these Z Fold 2 5Gs, we're giving you the opportunity right now, right here, right now, to get those Buds Live and the Samsung Care Plus package, which keeps your phone insured against any damages for that 12-month period. It's vital. It's a deal worth over 1,000 dirhams. And if you head on to Samsung.com now, you can avail yourself of that offer if you purchase the Z Fold 2 5G. Now, 5G, I want to talk about that if we can, Marvel. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but 5G, of course, the clue is in the title.
Yes,
and connectivity, I think, is, again, we've seen it push boundaries in terms of design. We've seen it push boundaries in terms of multitasking. Now, in terms of speed, usability, functionality, it's doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, so One thing I want to highlight, we talked about this amazing display, the transformative viewing experience, the design innovation, multitasking experience, camera, entertainment, everything. But here's the thing, it's all powered by the best-in-class internals. It has the best performance in any smartphone. It has the latest processor that we use in our smartphones, paired with a large 12 GB of RAM, allowing for that multitasking. But that also means it has the best-in-class connectivity. It has Wi-Fi 6, which means when you're indoors and there's Wi-Fi connections around you, it will search for the best Wi-Fi connection, the most stable one, and give you a secure Wi-Fi connection indoors. Now, for the times when we are going out, we are in a taxi, we are in a car, for 5G, it also has 5G and the best-in-class 5G connection as well. So the thing about 5G is you get really high-quality, high-speed internet that is super stable, and this allows for better experiences, especially when they require a lot more data. Video calling is something we do a lot these days. So if you're doing video calling on 5G, you can be assured that you have the best quality possible from this smartphone, and you have a connection that doesn't get interrupted. It's the best connectivity in this smartphone. And also, battery life is important. You know, it allows you to stay connected all day long. It has a massive 4,500 mAh battery that's larger than the Galaxy Fold, as well as supports super fast charging and super fast wireless charging as well. The whole thing,
it's the whole package. It's really got all bases covered, this device.
Go to Samsung.com.
Samsung.com. I mean, yeah, the time for subtlety is over, guys.
Robbie, here's the thing. Maybe something that we didn't explain well enough is the offer that we have on Samsung.com is the Galaxy Buds Live. We talked about it. Amazing headset, wireless earbud. But also we get Samsung Care Plus. Now this is an amazing deal because Samsung Care Plus covers all accidental damage for 1 year. So let's say, unfortunately, you were supposed to, by mistake, you dropped the phone, maybe you break the display, maybe you break the inner display. You can make use of Samsung Care Plus and repair it at a very minimal fee.
Sure.
Samsung Care Plus is a lifesaver,
Sure.
really.
Yeah, it's well worth having. And of course, those Buds Live as well, available. Samsung.com. You heard the man. It's best not to disagree with him. Listen, Marvel, you've given a fantastic snapshot of what is, it's a game-changing product. There's no two ways about it. It really is. And we're getting a lot of love for it on the message lines, whether you guys are watching on Facebook, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitter as well. So many fans of this device. I'm sure a lot of people have already pre-ordered it or purchased it. It's been available just for a couple of days here in the Gulf region. It was available to pre-order back in September the 1st. An awful lot of hype surrounding this particular device, and it is, of course, the Z Fold 2 5G. Marvel, once again, you have outdone yourself, my friends. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Robbie. It was my pleasure to share the stage with you. And until next time, I'll come back with more exciting devices. It was my pleasure to cover the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G.
The guru will be back. Marvel, give it up for him. I hope you enjoyed that insight from our resident tech expert. And listen, all that remains for me to do is to, well, I guess it's what you've been hanging on for, really, isn't it? It's to announce the competition winners. It is that all-important time. Now, the question we asked you about, 20 minutes ago or so is, what is the size of the display, the outer cover display? Now, the answer to that question, the answer that we were looking for was 6.3 inches. So first and foremost, well done. Congratulations. One who got that answer correct. A lot of you, I did notice on the comment board that a lot of you were getting the right answer. There were some other answers coming in there as well, but we do have our 4 winners. So it is, without further ado, a big, big congratulations to Nyasha Mutadza. Congratulations to you, Nyasha. To Drudgit Gadeka. Congratulations to you, Drudgit. To Shahid Mahmood. Very well done to you, Shahid. You've won that 500 dirham voucher to spend at Samsung.com, as has Nyasha, as has Drudgit. And finally, last but not least, it is Rabab Atala. So those are the 4 winners. Congratulations. If you didn't win this time, there's always next time on another future edition of Samsung Live. Just one final reminder as well, Marvel did remind us all, Samsung.com, that's where you can take advantage of this incredible offer. The Buds Live, the Care Plus package, which will insure your phone against damage for that first year, invaluable. It's worth over 1,000 dirhams, and I do recommend that if you are going to purchase this device, that you get on and you make very much availing of that offer. But listen, guys, without further ado, that brings to an end another edition of Samsung Live. It's been fantastic to have your company with us on this Tuesday evening, right here in the heart of Dubai Media City at Samsung HQ. So many of you engaging with us. Lovely to see that as well. And we'll be back for a future edition of Samsung Live. Until then, we'll catch you next time.